What's up everybody, Rob Ferrari here. Before we get to today's video, hit up the Super Speeders website and visit that shop. You get merchandise, anything you get in increments of $5. Every $5 is going to get you an entry for the Adventure Drives giveaway, which pulls tonight at midnight, or at least closes tonight at midnight. I'll probably be sleeping. We'll draw the winner tomorrow and we'll contact the winner tomorrow. So make sure you have your telephone number attached to your order. The odds are great right now. I think we're losing money, but it means it's better for you. Your odds are better of coming on the trip. July 20th to 28th, starting in Denver, going over to Phoenix, Arizona. Car included, flights included, trip. You'll have a great time. Anyway, let's talk about why we're here today. Behind me, I've got two Ferraris. I've got my 458 and I've got the F8 Spider. Two very different cars, and it shows you the progression of how Ferrari has evolved over the years. And now the next phase of Ferrari is coming up, and the next phase is an all-electric Ferrari, which is $500,000+. Now, I am an older guy. Like, as you get older, you start realizing, like, I'm the old guy throwing, like, batteries at people as they walk by in front of my house. Like, you become that guy no matter what. Because the things that I grew up liking, I still think are better than newer things, right? Like, I think the 458 is better. In my opinion, the 458 is better than the F8, right? And it's better because it makes me excited. But then there's a guy who says, like, screw your 458, give me a big block Chevy that stinks up the garage and does 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, but it'll flip upside down on the highway if you go over 130 miles an hour. Like, there's guys that appreciate that. I'm not one of those guys. I think there's plenty of performance out of a 458, and that's pretty much where Ferrari's, like, iconic cars stopped. Once they started strapping turbos on it, which is then the 488 and then the F8, arguably you could say that's still an internal combustion era and that's still desirable. I think after that, you're going to start seeing a major shift in Ferrari. I don't think that the electric car is going to entice a lot of people, right? Like, I don't think, when you think back, and like, if one of these clips I love to show people, we were just in Monaco for Adventure Drives, and yeah, like, the new Formula One cars are amazing, right? They go 3 seconds faster a lap, faster than they did back in 2004. But the one in 2004, the sound of that car, listen to this. You giggle, like you hear that go by and it's like, hee, like, I like that. I'll put a link to that video in the description here so you can go watch that over and over again or turn that into your ringtone. But then you look at the new car, right? This is a brand new Ferrari going around the same circuit, and it's just, like, underwhelming. See what I mean? That right there highlights the direction is wrong, right? And I get it, right? Everybody cares about newer and better performance, but Ferrari exists. The Ferrari, like, this iconic brand, probably one of the most valuable brands in the world, exists because of the sound. And people were willing to put up with cars that broke down. They weren't the fastest. They were not the most reliable. They were expensive to maintain. And they were super desirable because of the sound. And they've got that brand that's been built on the sound, and now that sound sort of goes away with this. This F8 is going to outperform the 458 in every measure of performance. But, like, if you listen to them, like, here, like, let's fire them up, right? Like, let's come on over. And I'm already going to apologize. I forgot my microphone at home. So if the audio is not good on this, it's Yasmin's fault. turbos sort of spooling up. That's okay, right? Like, it's like, yeah, it's cool. Like, it's still, you look at it like it's incredible, but it's not this. And this one hits you in the feels. Right? Like that, this is Ferrari. That's also Ferrari, but this is better Ferrari. So the electric car and the hybrids, if you look at how the SF90 is performing and these other cars, yeah, they go really fast, 296. All of these electrified cars and hybrid cars is the future of Ferrari, but it's just not going to perform as well, especially resale, because the guys that have the money, the generation that has the money to now buy these, is like, unless there's a couple of bucks to be made, they'll buy them, they'll make the money on them and then get rid of them, but they're not going to keep them, especially if those values start coming down like the SF90 market did. And they were $300,000, $400,000 over list, and now they're $100,000 under. So when you're going to tell a guy, like, yeah, you could buy this, but you're going to lose $100,000 in 6 months, he doesn't like it that much. When you can sell somebody a $600,000 car and they can get $750 for it, when they're done, they get $600 back, they're happy. But when you start losing money at that level, you're going to realize that people are going to gravitate a lot more towards these because there's only so many of these. They're not making any more of these. Naturally aspirated cars. This is Ferrari. That's the future. The $500,000 Ferrari, if you are rocking the Ferrari stock, and I don't know how much it's impacted by the actual retail vehicle line, I would sell that stock as it hits its peaks, probably $450 a share right now from when I sold it, like $200, and I thought it was a superhero. But it's a great brand, great company, and if they're making their money on other stuff, merchandise, Formula One, just branding, that's a different story. But if they're relying on the retail production of vehicles, I don't think that's going to be a hit. I don't think the electric Ferrari is going to command $500,000. I'm not going to even place an order on one. I don't care. It does nothing for me. Electric cars are great, and don't get me wrong, I love my Teslas to get me from point A to point B for an everyday use. It's just not something I'm going to, it doesn't make me excited. I've driven the Model S Plaid, and I was like, oh, this is really cool, and then that's it. And then it's just back to being a golf cart. So electric cars bad. That cool if you want the cutting edge performance and the better technology, but this is where it's at, and this is where I'm going to live, and I will always have a 458 in my garage because of this. But to me, Ferrari stopped at like the 458 and the 812. After that, the turbos take something away, and the electric and the hybrid definitely starts going in a direction that I'm not interested in. And full electric, and especially full electric and raising the price, I wouldn't get your hopes up that those are going to be a hot commodity. Even with my rental cars, I think I'm going to end up living in this space of the 488, 458 F8s and not even play in the hybrids, the 296s, the SF90s, and the whatever the electric car ends up being. So let me know your thoughts. Is this a Ferrari? Is an electric Ferrari a Ferrari, or is it just, I don't know. That's why we're here talking. Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching. Hit up the Super Speeder store before midnight tonight. Get your order in as long as before midnight. East, I'm going to be sleeping. Pacific Standard Time, so midnight anywhere across the U.S. You'll get your entry in. We'll draw it tomorrow when I wake up, and we're going to contact you. And if you hear my voice on the other end of a phone tomorrow, it's going to be a good month. Thanks for watching. See you next time.